Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to go over the Extreme 100 for the Season 15 Rift Odyssey, the first half of the season. So first of all, what you're going to need is you're going to need the Cerberus at 7 stars minimum. Cerberus 7 stars is what is gatekeeping this Rift Odyssey Extreme 100 from what I have seen in the current clears. Pretty much everyone has him at 7 stars at the bare minimum. So the first clear is going to be from the Night Gel. So he has some tips, which is give Hela, Yorm and Pandora T11 accessories, but I gave Pandora and Hela one piece of 12 tours. This doesn't really matter that much. Improve the speed and the attack for Yorm and Hela, but Yorm should be faster than Hela. Not sure why this matters, but sure, because Hela's pledge is automatically applied. Actually, I can see why it matters. So Yorm could do her action and increase the attack of Hela, which actually this also doesn't matter because again Hela's pledge is automatically applied at the start of the battle, so not sure why it matters, but sure. And for Pandora, upgrade attack percent, crit rate and accuracy rate, which you should already be doing anyway. Especially for PvP, if you're playing in PvP, you should give your Pandora those accuracy stats. For PvP, I do like her with speed, and you should get her the attack, so you should purify this and give her the attack increase by 200%. That's pretty much a mandatory for PvE. The reason why mine doesn't have it is because I don't really struggle, and I'm not really focusing on the accessories this season anymore. They're kind of boring, to be honest. So the second thing you should have is a 3-star sarcophagus. And what I wanted to talk about is sarcophagus seems to be not working if it's higher than 4 stars. So the reason why that is because at 2 to 4 stars, I believe, is it actually does increase your damage, but it doesn't take the freezing points. But once you max out the sarcophagus, as you can see, when freezing points reach 20, allies gain an unstealable shield equal to 10 times their attack, then consume 20 freezing points. What happens is you consume those freezing points, you basically lose the crit damage of the ultimates, so you're basically removing your damage in a substitute of shields for PvP, which is good because you want shields for those Venus combs, but if you're someone who's playing PvE, it seems that if your sarcophagus is at 5 stars, you're basically hurting your PvE. So the ideal star level for PvE players seems to be for sarcophagus to stop at just 2 or 4 stars, it seems, or even 3 stars. Once it starts taking your freezing points, means you're losing the damage and it's basically not enough to clear. Even if you have higher tier sarcophagus, you will struggle instead, unlike the other players that have the low tier sarcophagus. So this is unfortunately a big issue because you can't revert your relics, and yeah, there's not much you can do about it. I can't revert mine either, even though it's maxed, and perhaps someday this will actually hurt me. It has happened before with the heroes that once the heroes are higher tier, they will actually hurt you, so I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back to strike me again. And then secondly, you will need Kusanagi 3 stars and Lance 6 stars, but Lance 5 stars is enough because 6 to 5 is no difference, but 7 stars is a big difference. These are the artifacts the player has used, so overall the hero levels are Tiamat 9, Yorm 9, Ayushta 9, Hela 9 and Pandora 11, so this is pretty replicable by someone who's spending at least 4 to 5 months in the game, so pretty easy to get. The issue is getting sarcophagus. This is the hope tree they run, so pretty normal and standard hope tree. That is pretty much up to the guides. They also seem to be running the Valiantor's attack increase for their Pandora, so to gain extra damage. And I would assume that Hela is also run as a Valiantor, but that's just an assumption. Then we have another clear from the Thea. So Thea did clear it also with Pandora and actually using Babylon and Lucifer, so this is also a bit more expensive clear. It has a Cerberus 7 stars as well. There's no tips for this, it was just posted for the people to copy. So this is another clear from the Shadow Knight. So they cleared with the Lucifer, Ophelia, Babylon, Surgeonista and Yorm, so this time around no Pandora. There's Lance, Sarcophagus, Kusanagi. Sarcophagus lens seem to be the key parts in this. They have the Cerberus 7 stars. These are the artifacts that they have run, and these are the pets they have. Key thing is I had to get T2 gear on Babylon, Yorm and Lucy in order to win. Everyone else is mixed between tier 10 and tier 11. So these tiers are the tiers of the gears that I have talked about. So these tiers, so you have tier 10s, 12s, 11s, and 13s. So that's what they are talking about. Then we have Extreme 100 clear from Getsu. So one thing to note is you might want to get 200% attack on both Lucifer and Pandora. He was stuck for days without it, and a good indicator of a clear is that your Pandora ults are able to get 100 million plus damage per cast by round 4 to 7 if the minions are cleared by Sorigen Ayushta's Hard Demon in the early round. So you can actually watch battles and see if your Pandora gets such damage numbers. If she does, then your likelihood to clear is pretty big. This is also the standard team. Sarcophagus, again 3, not above 4 to 3 stars, actually just 3 stars. Stargate and then Kusanagi at 2 stars, and then the standard free-to-play friendly heroes with pay-to-win runes on Lucifer, but I don't think they matter in this case. So pretty standard heroes that you can pretty much get again as a like 5 months player top tier. So another note from Bagetsu is you get the Pandora health first, the substat that matters. And then another thing to note is recovery per action. So because he uses Babylon, and the way that Babylon's scaling works is it has to be an actual healing. So when we go to the Babylon, you can see that her oath force is this. Effective healing received by allies heroes is converted into attack and max HP at a rate of 30%. So once you're healing from the stats, it actually helps the hero scale up. So that's why we want to get the healing accessories for teams that are in the Babylon team. So most importantly would be Pandora, then Yorm, Babylon, and the Lucifer. Or actually Pandora, Babylon, Yorm, Lucifer, and then Ayushta. You can get all 5 of them. Where you can find it is in here in the Mythic Belt. So you go to Mythic Belt, you go for the PvE, and you purify this for guaranteed. I won't do it because I don't need it. But increase HP recovery per action by 25%, you want this. So the reason why, as I explained, is you want your heroes to scale better, and if you get all of 5 of them, they will all scale better. That's a very important thing that you should get on your Pandora teams. Then we have another clear from Kugi, so it's the same clear and it's same tiers as before, 3-star Sarcophagus, 7-star Cerberus, and the same or similar tier heroes with the Babylon at just 8 stars. This also clear will require your HP recovery per action. The same clear is also here. This is the hope sheet that has been used, so they have been using the pet for the X position, so this also works and worked in the past seasons. Then we have yet another clear, but this is a bit different clear. Actually it's not. So then we have another clear. This clear is also pretty similar with a bit more investment compared to the teams before, and it's with the Beast of Original Sin, which maybe doesn't even work in the Extreme 100. I think it requires 6 stars to work there, but the Sarcophagus is 3 stars. Again, if your Sarcophagus is higher, that's quite unfortunate because it will not work. It seems it does require to be 3 stars or below, or 4 stars or below. I'm not entirely sure. So there are some tips from the sky which are really important. So for anyone troubling with this clear, here are some insight that made it work for him. Tier 12 on everyone doesn't matter really. Pandora max speed and attack, your max recovery per action and do not max speed, Lucy max recovery per action and do not max speed. Exposition third node seems really important, at least to level 3, and it quite is, so, but it's a bit RNG, but it is important. Once you hit that RNG at level 2, it was not working for them. So if you have any questions, they offer to help, so feel free to DM them or ask for the help in this channel right here, not in this one. Then we have Bijoy saying follow this instruction. The speed instruction are must to follow so that Pandora does most of the ultimate. He was able to clear with following this, so this is the team that they have used. A pretty similar team to every team above, and these are the artifacts, and this is the hope sheet that has been used. As you can see, the pet is right here. So max out attack through all possible ways, artifacts, node 2 and node and 3 of position 5, pets, accessories, attack option. So those were the Extreme 100 tips that I could have given you. I unfortunately cleared it too fast. I think I have used the Loki clear. I think it's still viable here because I didn't really play Apex difficulty at all. So I do think that my teams are set to what I have used to clear. Yeah, this is the team. So I have used Loki, the cheat code basically. And this is the artifacts that I have used as well as the relics. So this is what I used to clear the Extreme 100. It was quite easy with Loki 9, and yeah, not really needed any kind of min-maxing for this. It was clear day 2. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to hop on the Discord, ask anywhere, and yeah, good luck to you. Hopefully you will be able to pass through the Extreme 100. If not, then unfortunately there's always the second part. But yeah, good luck and see you guys in the next one.